So I thought one of the smartest things I heard anybody on over the weekend say was John Thune said, "Hey, Democrats should vote for the reconciliation bill." Now he knows they won't, but there's the big MAGA win now is not going to come sooner than the summer, and it's probably going to come in the fall. So can Republicans uh, uh, risk working with Democrats between now and then,
Well, that's why
or
I think one
not?
of the things that has to happen is we talked about this flurry, I think the first week of Trump. Now, this is where we're going to find out what happened, but what's been happening behind the scenes, right? So if I were them, I would not just try to blow it all on day one, which I think there's going to be a lot that comes out day one. But if they can manage a lot of these executive orders and actions over the first month and really show action that's not necessarily legislative, but administrative, I think that's going to be huge. I mean, on the border, on a lot of the cultural issues that President Trump campaigned on, I think if they can score points, that might assuage the base a lot. That's not going to see any immediate action legislatively because of the nature of the makeup.
Well, and the problem remains the Republican conference is not united. They are divided on a lot of these issues. And it's not that it's a 50-50 division, it's a 90-10, 85, 15. But when your margins are what they are in the House, that's the problem. I mean, if Trump can crack enough heads and get them on board and keep them on board, then this should move relatively timely. And to your point, Mark, maybe it's really the summer, not the spring. But as long as you have the no caucus out there pounding the table on deficit spending, the SALT tax, the tax on tips is going to cost a lot of money. They're not going to pay for it.
Yeah,
Right?
but Dan, I think that to your point, I get it, but I also think, like, to me, that speaker vote was very telling. Trump getting on the phone with those guys and saying, knock it off, and they got in line.